2020 new vision, renew year. We're all trying to make something happen right now. We all want to manifest something. We all want to see something here in the physical that we can already see in our mental. And honestly, now is the time to do that. For those of you who know about the sign Pisces, other than the fact that they're normally crybabies, you know that when it comes to mysticism and anything that has to do with the esoteric realm, anything that has to do with spirituality, Pisces usually govern that area. Be super mindful of your thoughts right now. Like, it's always a good time to be mindful of your thoughts, but right now, be super mindful of your thoughts, because what you're thinking and what you're speaking to yourself and other people is coming into fruition faster than you can even blink, faster than you can even contemplate why is this happening. Your thoughts and what you're saying is already making it happen. You know, right now I feel a lot. Like I'm just extra sensory. I'm feeling a lot of shit right now, and I'm not sad. I don't feel anxious. It's just like all of my senses got an upgrade, like a power up. When this was beginning to happen, my ancestors was like, I got another test for you. This is what I love about my spirit guides. Like, first of all, it's not just like, oh, hey, let me build an altar and pray and give you some crystals and wear some scented oils and we've got this cool relationship and now I'm all high and mighty. No, it's like my spirit guides and my ancestors have a new test for me. I feel like at least once a week, but definitely every month. There's a new test for me. There's a new something that I need to overcome. So anyways, when all of this was happening, right, my senses started getting super amplified. Oya specifically was like, I got a test for you. How about you stop smoking weed? I was like, what? She was like, how about, you just fast smoking weed? Like, why not? And I thought about it and I was like, what? Why not? Any excuse or even any reason that I could come up with why I smoke weed, or y'all would bring something up to my attention, was like, but you can do this and you can do this. She's like, it's a time. Your senses are being amplified. So why not get your physical body, your mental body, your spirit body, all amplified without the substances? Fasted for 9 months. Anybody who's connected to Oya knows that her number is 9, so it makes sense. She was like, 9 months, just fasted. Don't smoke no weed. And don't drink no alcohol. And see where your body is. See how you feel. See the amount of energy, the amount of insights that you have. Now, I'm not knocking nobody who smoke weed, because anybody who knows me knows that I love herb. And when I first heard, oh, stop smoking, I was like, what? That had to be for somebody else. that couldn't have been for me, because, like, I like herb. But anyways, I thought about it and I slept on it. And I was like, that makes so much sense. This happened on February 22nd, 2020. I told myself that I'm not going to smoke any weed, any herb for 9 months. When I calculated that, so 9 months will make it 11/22/2020. These numbers are sacred. Numbers have energy. Colors have energy. Stones have energy. So if I make it a duty to myself to be free of any substances for the purpose of amplifying my inner light, as much as I love herb, as much as I love alcohol sometimes, I'm not as much of like a huge alcohol drinker. It's just wine, which is another thing that Oya said to me. She's like, don't abuse it, but it's so, like, I feel like you'll do good drinking red wine every now and then. That don't mean once a week. That don't even mean once a month. It just means when my spirit is going to tell me when it's time. And I'm going to obey my spirit. So for the past, what's today, the 24th, 25th or something like that, it's only been a couple days since I decided to stop. And which is crazy because I was smoking herb at least once a day, no biggie, like, because I'm usually so extra sensory that I would use the herb to kind of mellow out again, so I'm not like zing 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 zing, like my nervous system is super like hyperactive. So when it comes to senses, hearing, seeing, touching, tasting, my thoughts, like it's just so much. So for some reason, I don't know, I felt like it was too much, that I needed to smoke herb to kind of mellow it out again. But in this time where insights and intuitions are so amplified, where it's like triple Pisces season right now, and I'm a Pisces, it came to me that maybe I should take a break from all the substances and get high off of my own breath right now. Being more mindful of my breath, being more mindful of your breath. And I know I'm speaking to somebody when I'm saying, like, stop holding your breath. That's actually a semi-bad habit of mine, because sometimes when I'm in an uncomfortable situation or I'm around some uncomfortable energies, it's almost instinct to hold my breath so I don't have to consume it. But now I'm thinking, like, why? If I claim that I am a god, or I am a goddess, or I am a high priestess, then I should be able to withstand anything without having to hold my breath, without having to smoke a little weed to chill, without having to sip on a little something to relate to people. Like, to be sober and conscious almost seems taboo today, which is crazy because your consciousness, our consciousness is that clarity. It seems taboo. But I'm going on a journey right now, and I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. It's sending waves. It feels like a roller coaster ride, because once you get so used to doing something and then you stop for whatever purpose, whatever journey that you on, you do experience certain, like, what I call it, withdrawals. Yeah, it kind of feels like a withdrawal because you're so used to consuming it, like clockwork. I would be smoking every day, social events, before I have to go out and talk to a bunch of people, like, it would get me mellow. So now I'm having to experience all of those things without the herb, without the alcohol. And honestly, when I woke up this morning, it was crazy, because as soon as I opened my eyes, I'm like, yep, let's get going, like, let's get up and let's move, let's exercise. And like, I just felt so hyper, and I'm like, oh, why do I feel so hyper? And then Z was like, oh, that's because you haven't been smoking. Like, your energy level is on supreme right now. So I'm trying to capitalize on that energy, get out in the sun, be out in nature. And with this 2020 vision, this clarity, it makes sense that we won't cloud our minds with the smoke. As healing as smoke is, and as herb is, and I know it helps with anxiety, and I know it helps with depression, and I know it helps with all of these things that I even used it for. But it's like, right now it seems like paramount for clarity that I and we either cold turkey it, like I'm doing it, or just kind of slowly minimize it. Because when it comes to gaining certain insights and intuition, and being able to hear our higher self, and being able to hear our ancestors, and being able to hear and know the downloads when they come, and not have it filtered through disingenuousness, or what's the word that I'm looking for, or having it filtered through illusion, and then it hit us, and then we think it's something that it's not. With this clarity, we need to make sure that we're on supreme level, as we are supreme beings. And that is not to say that I am over somebody else, or that I am greater or bigger than somebody else. Hence is why I said we are. And if you know who you are, and you know that your ancestors or your higher self has been saying, like, yo, chill out on the herb a little bit, like, chill out on the Captain Morgan, like, chill out on the White Claws, like, just a little bit. Now I'm not saying everybody needs to do this, but if you feel like you're on this path and this mission to truly recreate and renew yourself, then we need to be mindful of what we're consuming. And that's not just food, and it's not just people. It's energy. It's the things that we know that we love and we might be addicted to, but we don't want to admit it. So yeah, with this hyperactivity and hypersensitivity, I feel that's all I can really say about it. Is like, I feel everything, and I feel like a superhero, which is why my bike is over there. And when I'm riding down the street, like, my my scarf flows behind me like it's a cape, and I use it as a reminder to connect me to the winds, Oya, goddess of the winds, and to connect me to my own breath, because the breath is the center of creation, period. It's the center of life right now. Like, if we were to stop breathing, we would die. Our physical body would die. So yeah, I just wanted to take this moment to talk to y'all about what's been going on with me, what's been going on with my path. Like, I know some of you have been wondering, like, yo, Zami'Ra hasn't even been popping out lately. I haven't done like an open mic or art show since the art raffle, which was like January 31st. So, which is, it's been like, what, 3 weeks, but that's a lot for me. But I've still been working on my art, still been painting, still been working on music. Oh, speaking of music, so me and Z, me and my twin flame, me and my boo thing, me and my king, me and my divine masculine, we used to go by Kundalini twins when we would perform our music, but we switched our name to Magi Do. Magi short for magician, and Do being French for two. So two magicians, or the combining of two into the one. We put together an album, because we have so much music that we don't release. It's embarrassing. We put together an album, and it's going to be on all streaming platforms on March 12th. 3/12, so that's 3/3/2020. March 12th, we're gonna have our album on all streaming platforms, and this is big for us because sometimes we hoard our creative stuff and we don't release it all the time, especially when it comes to music. Z more than me, but I'm glad that we're gonna have it out somewhere other than SoundCloud. I'm probably gonna take all my music that's on SoundCloud off and either have it all on my website, the stuff that's not on Spotify and iTunes and Pandora and iHeartRadio and all that stuff. We're gonna have it on my website. Kind of switching everything. This year, it's only February right now, and there's been so many changes. There's been so many downloads. It's just been so much. But anyways, be on the lookout for our album that's going to be streaming on all streaming platforms on March 12th. And just be on the lookout for more video blogs. I want to stay more connected with my Instagram followers or my Instagram family. And yeah, I love y'all. Thank you for listening if you made it this far. And I'll see you next time. Thank you.